So what I found out is there's really nothing wrong with this motor. You know, it seems to drive the regulator just fine. So I'm thinking that this wasn't an issue. And comparing the 4-door models to the 2-door models, I bought right rear window motor for a 4-door Cherokee. Same year. And looking at what you get with that kit, the drive is different. It would probably bolt up because these 3 holes look correct, but you can obviously see that the drive is different, so that won't work. And then also, I'm not sure exactly what the rating is on this motor, but you see the 12V, which is 12 volts. I'm thinking that it's 75 Newton meters or whatever, whereas this one is 12 volts and 11 Newton meters. So doesn't seem to be as strong. So we're not going to put that on there. So the next thing I thought was maybe the front 4-door Cherokee regulator might be the same as the 2-door Cherokee regulator. At least part of it. So I picked up this. See that Dorman? There's the part number. And it does look similar, as you can tell. The motor is a little bit smaller, but this bolts up to here. I've actually taken this apart, and the drive is the same. It's got this back gear on it with the larger splines. Connector's the same. Even the tube lengths look the same. This one might be a little bit longer. If I line this thing completely up. It seems like the tube itself might be, an inch longer. But one thing that I know is going to be different between the two is, obviously the bracket's going to be different, but the actual drive, the shaft in here, the cable in here is going to be different. It's going to be a different length. So what I'm thinking is if a guy wanted to, and his regulator is junk on his 2-door, he could swap over this portion plus his shaft to the new regulator and be perfectly fine, and it would work that way. So a guy could use this window regulator from a 4-door Jeep, but I don't think I'm going to actually use this regulator. I think I'm just going to fix the one I got. Just for the simple fact that this motor is kind of suspect. Really all I'd be gaining is this tube and the connection here at the motor. I'd probably reuse my motor. So it's almost just easier to fix what I got here and go from there. So I think that's what we're going to do. So to replace the tubing that I got here, I got on McMaster-Carr and found the closest tubing that I could find to this actual size. This stuff right here is actually nylon tube, whereas this stuff here is POM, plastic tubing. Similar tube, it's just this stuff's really only made in China. and I couldn't really find anybody locally that had this size. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can find this tube if you need it. But we put that, we'll cut that to match this and this over here. I also got some 3/8 ID polyethylene tubing, and that'll actually slide over the top of this, as you can see there. And I'll just use that to kind of mate the two tubes together and provide a little bit of reinforcement. I might actually run that tube all the way up to this flange here. It won't actually go inside there, but should work pretty well. Let's get to work. Drill. Just gonna use some Gorilla Glue, the super glue gel. See if this works. Picked up this little kit here to put on this track here. Can't remember the name of the company, but I'll put it into this video and also a link to this. But it's meant for four-door front regulators to replace this piece that I cut off of that cable, except on the front, the four-door regulators, it's actually just plastic and it usually breaks. But really all I should have to do is bolt this guy to this plate and it should slide right into this track and hold it. So we'll do that. Because I don't really trust super glue, I think I'm going to stick a few of these on, you know, the sections of tube I just put on there. Ta-da! What do you think? Think it'll work? I think it will. Come here. Well, there you go. That's one way to fix it. The things that I've learned is you do not want to shorten that shaft or cut the bracket off. That has resulted in the window not going all the way up on mine. It's still in the seal. It might whistle on the interstate. I might try and find a new shaft and redo all this, which sucks. But it's going up and down by itself now. They're gonna fix this switch for some reason. It's not working, but that'll be another day. Anyways, thanks for watching.